What do we have? First rates this morning. I think in the pre-open, we basically have got absolutely flat indications. 0.05% change on the Sensex. So nothing on the indices at least. So 25,820 is where the Nifty is starting at. 25,850 now. The Sensex is starting at about 84,425. So it's basically, I think 30, 40 point change, 50 point change now on the Nifty at this point in time. And a 200-point change on the Sensex. The Nifty Bank is starting with a 100-point bump. That's about 0.25% higher. Advanced decline is comfortably 2:1 in favor of what is higher right now. IT index, it's this complete flip-flop. We had almost 0.7% cut yesterday. We got a 0.7% gain today. So 42,265 on the IT services index. And the Nifty heat map is coming up on your screen. And here you've got about 20-odd names which are starting lower, with the rest which are starting in the green. Surabhi.
Okay, the stock that Nimesh just flagged off, it's the best performer on the Nifty now. Tech Mahindra, gain of 2.5% on the back of that positive brokerage note, where the target price, I think, is about just above 1,700. Anyway, it's not just Tech Mahindra. Other IT stocks like Infosys and Wipro are also having a decent start. Reliance is recovering from the blows yesterday. A couple of the banks, Axis and Kotak Mahindra, on the upside of the screen. Basically, the screen is an exact mirror reversal of where we were at 3:30 last afternoon. A lot of these beaten down names are coming back, SBI included. And on the flip side, you actually have the metal stocks finally cooling off. JSW Steel, Tata Steel, Hindalco, they're all shaving off. Not much, just about 0.5%. And quite a few of the consumer names like Britannia, Lever, ITC, Trent as well, they are on the way down. So some buying back in banks and IT this morning.
Well, the stock that's running away is Nalco, reacting to that news piece coming in, or the brokerage upgrade coming in from Kotak. Yesterday, to be fair, the stock cooled down from around this 217 odd mark. Today, it's popped back up to those levels post that big upgrade that did come about. The stocks that are getting it, hard on the chin, though, are these gold financiers. That's after, the RBI commentary that came out. They've said that they've seen some deficiencies identified in select supervised entities, and they've ordered a comprehensive review advice for all of them. So on the back of that, you have Manappuram that's down 2%, Muthoot Finance is down 2.5%, though most brokerages indicate that they could actually relatively outperform, and they're already following most of the protocols that have been laid out. So I'll be interested to see whether or not some of these gold financiers actually recover from these days' lows of around 2.5% to around 3% or thereabouts. Well, the other stocks that are moving around quite well, you have Balkrishna Industries that's up close to around 1.8%. So good move is what we're seeing out there. SRF has come in for some profit taking. That stock's down close to around 1.7%. But it's a good start. We're back at around the 25,900 odd mark. The Nifty Bank is finding its form. It's up close to around 200 points. It's down 1,500 points in 2 sessions. So that one will have to find its form if the Nifty needs to recover.
On the gold financiers, look what's happening to IIFL Finance. And this is just sort of commonsensical thinking that because IIFL Finance has been given the green light and the all clear from the RBI right now, maybe the market feels that at least here there's no problem. You've just got a complete green signal from the RBI, so no issues. Who knows what's coming for the others, because this is a sector-wide advisory, so perhaps the others would be on scrutiny. But this is the one where there's comfort in terms of price action. Prashant was pointing out the price is not recovered at all. And now if the others would be under scrutiny, this one's got the green light. Maybe that explains the kind of, very different trades. Pull up Manappuram, Muthoot, and then IIFL Finance. Very, very diverging moves coming in right now on these stocks.
Absolutely. But I would say that the RBI, it's unusual to see this kind of an advisory, broad advisory from the Reserve Bank of India. Generally speaking, more regulatory scrutiny, essentially, for that particular segment is what is out there. The two biggest pure gold financiers, not pure anymore because they do other stuff as well, but they were at one point, Muthoot and Manappuram. Manappuram, of course, is more diversified. Both are lower, and some of the others, and some of the other NBFCs are higher. By the way, it's a decent lift now for the Nifty. We are up 85 points. 25,900 is where the index finds itself at, and it's not a bad-looking screen at all. So some recovery coming through after yesterday's slam dunk. Maybe just one or two other names, and then we'll go across to our guests. Z Media's, was up 10%, I think, yesterday. It's up another 7% this morning. Vamakshi, of course, was telling us what's happening here. 25 rupees on Z Media. Senco is up 3%, the gold jeweler, 1475 on Senco. Our power, Reliance Power, is the top volume traded gainer. There is no sort of, the second name is far behind just in terms of sheer volumes traded. And of course, I think as Surbhi mentioned, Tech Mahindra is up about 3% or so right now. On the downside, PNB is down 2%. And Saregama had a vertical rise. That's down about 2.5%. All day we were highlighting AstraZeneca. You heard from the management as well. It had a 2-day sharp run up. It's down about 3%. So in the context of the run, nothing much. Phoenix Limited is down 2%. That's been correcting lately. Motilal Oswal Financial Services is down about 2%. We'll keep an eye out on these brokers, Angel, Motilal, BSC. If these, as we just put out, the F&O rules are going to come out shortly. They're coming out soon. Incrementally, it starts to, first of all, we need to see if everything which was in the draft circular is part of the final rules. And second, how much of it is already in the price. But I think worth watching the space as we go forward.